Chord building number 2. Here is some other stuff that I got. Same exact C major 7. Now this is what I kind of hinted at earlier. You can leave just one note out. Now we have this one. C, E, skip one, and then go to the B. That's this. And right here. C, and then skip it, and then go to G, B. Alright, these 3 I'm going to look at first. I'm going to prove that they're all exactly identical, and you don't need, it doesn't matter which one you use here. Here we go. Do you really hear that big of a difference between the 3? I don't. They're pretty much exactly the same sounding. And if you're not a super big like jazz nerd, you're not going to hear those differences. So the point is, like, I'm not telling you what to play here. I'm telling you that when you learn these 4-note combinations, it's not like you're locked into that 4-note combination. You have a lot of options to be creative and take these chords and make it into something that you like. Make it into something that's easy for you to play. Okay, and they're going to teach you, oh, well, you have to play rootless voicings, and you have to play ninths, and you have to play... No, you don't. You really don't. And I'm going to prove that with this next little bit here. Here's the next 2. Speaking of ninths, this is one of my favorite chords of all time, and it's a very underrated chord because it has no fifth here. It has a little hole in it. But it's also really beautiful. It has a lot more colorful than this one. You can also use this in combination with the other one for a little bit of variety. You could do something like this. And it also is a great technique builder because it's forcing you to use, I get on the right side here, it's forcing you to use all 3 of these fingers together as one unit. And if you can't do that, well, you got a little bit of a weakness there. You have a little bit of a technique limitation. And sometimes changing up your chords will force you to overcome things like that. Next one here is another great example. It has kind of a different sound to it. Now, just by taking the one out and moving it somewhere else, it still functions the same way. But guess what? We have a new color and we also have a new technique. The trick here is I'm taking my thumb and just kind of whacking it on both of these keys here. It's one finger playing both of these. It's my thumb going kind of sideways, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that gives you a couple options. And you could also mix both of these together as well to make a super dense, you know, like Bill Evans style chord here. This chord right here that I'm holding down is all of the C major jazz chords all slammed together into one, and it's super easy peasy to play. Super duper easy peasy. C, D, E, we got our root, we got our 9, we got our 3rd, we got our 5th, we got our, what do we call this? We could call this a 6, we could call this a 13, we got the 7th. This would be called something ridiculous if I had a little chord analyzer here. It would be a C9 add 13 major or something, right? But look how easy this is. Look how babyish this is. It's just three little stacks. Okay. That's the essence of what this show is about today. This kind of easy baby stuff is what I really use when I'm playing and just making beats and trying to come up with a crazy solo to a crazy left-hand chord somewhere wacky and really outside. It sounds really outside, but it sounds like it works because I'm never really getting that complicated with it. So here's how I might use this, okay? And this is really as basic as it gets. Say you're doing a solo in A flat minor or something, way far away from C. And you're looking for something very outside and something very wacky, and you know, okay, C major is probably going to be way wacky if the regular song is in A flat. So you could do something like this and not have to think that hard. Watch this. that sounds like, whoa, where is it even going? But I'm just taking these three, and again, it has the sound of a major 7. It has the sound of a major 9. But it's so easy. It's so baby. You can whip this out right in the middle of another of a run that your right hand is doing. I'll give you another example. All right, this is another version of that. You can hear that 1, 2, 3 sound, right? Do, re, mi. Learn this little baby shape in every key. Your jazz teacher is not going to tell you to do this. He's going to tell you it's too simple. You got to sound like Bill Evans. You got to sound like Herbie Hancock. You got to play instead of this. You must absolutely play it like this. You have to play stuff like this. I don't know. I don't really. If everybody gets taught that, then everybody ends up sounding the same. So this is a way of thinking about. Basically, I take the chord, and instead of turning it into this big like mini mall, instead of turning it into this big high-rise apartment complex, I turn it into like a little brick. And it's just there's a little brick there. And with these bricks, again, you can whip them out really quick and like rapid fire. Bam, 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 bam. You can learn them in every 12 keys, in all 12 keys, very simply. Okay, I got a couple more things here. Let's keep moving along.